Good morning, one and all. It's my immense pleasure to start this morning with a beautiful session. Today we have a great personality, Dr. Somasundaram Sir. Firstly, I would like to introduce about today's guest. Dr. Somasundaram Sir is working as business development professionals, educator, researcher with proven and awarded with Industry 4.0 and energy management system. He has experience in leading MNCs like Saint Gobain Glass, Value, Hansen Drives and Cements, etc. He is continuous learner and proud alumni of Liverpool John Moores University, IIT Bangalore, Anna University and JPT Coimbatore. He is ISO 50,000 lead auditor and IEC 62443 industrial cyber security assessment expert. Also, he is lean manufacturing trainer. He is a senior member in ISA, that is International Society for Automation. He is the life member of Association of Energy Engineers USA. He is researcher and author of 5 scientific publications and 30 plus working papers with 49,000 plus reads. Also, he has 8 citation and research gate score of 4 plus and H index of 2. So I request Somasundaram sir to start these sessions.
Thank you so much for the great introduction. Okay, fine. So let's start with a small interaction so that we warm up, and after that we can go into some good say lively session. Okay, so what I have created is a small polling. Yeah, so let's have a small understanding. What is the expectation from this session from all the audience? I think you have seen the title of the session. Probably you can put in what is your expectation from me. Probably we will have an alignment or I would say an agreement that okay, some of this yes we will see it, and some of this sorry I may not be able to cover. Yeah, or I am not the subject matter expert. Yeah, for that particular matter. So let's have this. So what I'm doing is I'm copying this link and putting in the chat. So you can use it, or you can have your mobile phone. Please type www.menti.com and use this code 2489501. And please put your expectation from this session. What is that you expect? You can type it freely. So whatever you're typing and sending it, it will be available here. And then we can say prioritize our topics accordingly. Can I have some quick feedback, please? You have to go to www.menti.com, use this code, and type in what is the expectation from your side on this session. What you want to discuss with me. Is the link working? Can someone unmute? Yeah, great. I have the response. Great. Learn about energy efficiency. Okay, great. Okay, modeling latest technology in management. Okay. Significance of energy management system. Okay. I request everyone to type in, please. Let's make it a little interactive. Otherwise, it's a vast subject, and I don't want to go into a PPT mode and bore you.
Sir, even this topic is new for all of us. Better you introduce from your end. That would better.
Yeah,
that would better. Yeah.
Okay, so that is the expectation from Dr. Sanjay.
Because
Okay,
it's a heterogeneous group actually. Faculties are from the different departments, different domain. Just they wish to
okay,
go for energy conservation audit activity like this.
okay. Understood, sir. Understood. Role of individuals for energy efficiency in research. Okay, energy management. Okay, fine. Uh, okay, so I think these are all some, I would say, like this is something very interesting. I don't know who have put this modeling and the latest technology in energy management. I think energy is a word he or she might have missed, but this is something I would say very important or very essential. See, there are conventional energy auditing methodology, which I think last 3 4 days, my colleagues from IIMP might have spoken to you. They might have discussed a lot about on those angles. I want to give an angle which is an emerging technology, or I would not say emerging, because I have seen this almost I don't know, at least 6 7 years before. Yeah. So it was one of the interaction with my association colleagues in Bangalore. So I was on a tour. I stay in Coimbatore. Okay, so I went on a tour to Bangalore, and we planned like, okay, let's visit some good sites where they are managing energy. And when we are exploring it, we got important information or news that Infosys is doing energy management, and they are doing it from Bangalore. And then we thought like, okay, what is that Infosys is doing? Infosys, what is Infosys? It is a software company, right? Right? Right or wrong? So feel free. I think you're all faculties, so you can keep your mic unmuted if there is no background noise, and probably we can interact more. Yeah. That is the very purpose of this particular session. Huh? So it's all about networking. It's not about something I'm teaching and you are listening. So I think that that mode will not work here. So it was in Bangalore some time back. I think I don't know. This picture was something which was attracting us, and we got an appointment by but they were kind enough. They allowed us to see and interact with these people. You can see there are a lot of people sitting here, right? So I'm just zooming it inside. You can see this is the this got published in their annual report, 2015-16. So just imagine how many years before, that is in the annual report, if it is coming now, at least 2 3 years before itself, they started their work. So this was something really mind blowing because during that time I was a kind of person who got inspired from many of my IAMPA colleagues, and I am also that time member of Association of Energy Engineers USA, and there also people were talking about the conventional energy auditing, the conventional say performance measurement and other things. But suddenly I got a different perspective here. And once I got this perspective, I went back to my organization and I had an interaction with my management. And I told, like, I think we have to go to this particular level. So then on, my journey started in, I would say, a very fast track mode. And I think during that time, I was an ISO 50001 certified auditor from British Standard Institute. But none of the books, none of the standards were talking about these kind of methods, the latest methods. And when I went into this particular campus and spoke to these people, I was really delighted when I meet them. See, this is something like this is the command center they call. Okay, this is called Energy Command Center. You can Google it. Infosys Energy Command Center. After that, you can put TCS. Everyone are having this kind of solution. Even the company where I'm working, we are also having it. But I don't want to comment on all those things because this is more an I would say academical discussion what we have to do. So when I went there and I met these people and I asked them, what is that you are doing? first and foremost is, when someone meets you, for example, Dr. Sanjay Saab, when I meet him, he will say like, I am the principal of this particular college. Yeah. So I went and met them. I was in my 35 plus during that time. I saw them like they were just juniors to me, but they are sitting at a smart place and seeing a smart screen, and they were doing something. Then I went there and I spoke to them. Hi, can we have a small conversation? Then there was a girl actually. She rose up and she told like, "Hi, I am energy. What is it? Commando. That is what they call themselves. Huh? I am energy commando, and this is my name." So that is the kind of, I would say, Josh they were having when they introduced themselves, and they were very proud of what they were doing. So I want to park here. Probably, can someone unmute and just to give you a perspective? Do you think like this is going to be the future, or you think like we going to say institutions or factories collecting the records from them, manual records, Excel sheets, and other things? After that, going through it, which one is going to be the future? Can someone unmute and speak, please? I'm talking about energy management system. So this is energy management, right? So in this particular case, Infosys is not managing not only their buildings. Infosys have a lot of real estate. They are having a lot of say buildings across India, across the globe, and they are also managing the energy performance, because that is their only operational expenses, other than the salary what they are giving to their employees. So that is the biggest OPEX for them. Yeah, and they are also giving these kind of services. When I visited almost 2016, they were doing it for Middle East. Yeah, during that particular time, and you can see like there are a lot of good pictures of what they are doing. But here it's not probably India or something like that. But if you see this is a purely Infosys Indians, our fellow proud people. Yeah, we should be proud of. Yeah. Any reflection on this, please? Or leave us. Okay, so we want to do energy audit, we want to do energy management, that is different. For example, you all are faculties. What do you think? What type of environment your students will be working in future? Do you think they will be working in something like this? Can we have some interaction, please? You can unmute and speak kindly. I don't know. Okay, cool. So this is the inspiration, and from then on, I started my career towards this, and even I was invited by many people to give a talk and other things. So this was one of the PPT which I prepared for 2019. Okay, so this was with I think Ishre. Yeah, so this was with Ishre. I made this particular Ujavaran. It was in Vishakhapatnam in 2016. I made this presentation. So again, just to give a brief, after 2016, what really happened? So you can see this is 2015. I got awarded from my company ZF. Okay, ZF is a multinational company having almost 150 plus locations all over the world, and I got an award from them for energy management. Okay, sometime back in 2015. After that, you might have seen like I started getting inspired from Infosys and others, right? So inspiration is obviously, for example, after this, probably you should start writing a paper. I think many of you will work on this, right? So that is how I do a writing paper along with my fellow researchers in various institutions. So this is in 2015. I got an award for energy management. So you can see here specific performance, specific energy consumption reduction. And can you see the number here? Can someone see the number? Can someone unmute and tell what is this number? How much is the reduction? Sanjay Saab, I think the participants, I don't know whether they are there or not. I feel a little nervous
They
now.
are there. The mention is there. 50, it's 52% reduction in specific
Yeah,
energy consumption.
yeah, and I think they're all faculties, sir, not students, right?
The faculties. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm really surprised. Faculties, they are shying to speak. I don't know. Okay, so you can see 52% reduction in specific energy consumption. I think many of you might have thought, hey, is it possible really? Just a minute. Huh?
Uh, this is possible. Hello.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, someone was there in the door. Yeah, please.
52% is possible.
Okay, possible. So I don't know. This voice, who's this? I don't know.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm able to hear
Myself
you.
Praveen
Can,
Kumar
can
Jha.
you? Hello, sir. Yeah, yeah. Very nice, sir. Very nice. Thank you. So this
It
is
depends upon it depends
yeah,
upon the organization energy management culture.
yeah. Perfect, sir. Perfect, perfect. You're very nice. You're very right.
and
It depends on that.
and how the management has implemented after a commitment of energy management system in the organization, and what are their short
Perfect.
terms and long terms goal.
Yeah. Perfect, perfect. Yes, sir. You're right. You're right. So now, after this 52% reduction, sir, I am the energy manager of that particular company. I think next year my management will expect another 50%. Am I right, sir? I think that is obvious, right? Am I right or
It is
wrong,
not
sir?
possible. 52% again. Wrong.
It's wrong. But unfortunately, sir, the world is not so fair. I was given a target that I should surpass my achievements. So that was the target. And, whenever someone gives me a target, I have a habit. I don't deny it. I'll say that, okay, great. This is the target you want to achieve. That should be a way. Let me research. Yeah. Then my journey started with going to these kind of companies, Infosys, CTS, everyone. And then during that particular time, 2015, I think there is one more magic word which came to the I don't know the world, which is called Industry 4.0. So if you just Google it, let me take this one. So if you go to Wikipedia, probably if you see the way people are talking about it, it was somewhere around 2015. You can see like 2015. This particular buzzword also came to the world. And ZF is a company which is having its roots in Germany. So it is having the parent company in Germany. So once this particular 2015, this buzzword started resonating, and during that time, I went to Germany for getting this award. And after that, they started talking like, I think you have to go to the next important thing, which is Industry 4.0. I thought, okay, great. So something new is there, more than energy management, and they feel like it can achieve much more stronger KPI improvements. Then we went into the Industry 4.0. And during that time, I think ISA, IAMP, a lot of organizations where I am member of, they also supported well. and I'm able to go to this Infosys, CTS, and other many companies and software companies how they are giving the solution. So it was really, I would say, a good journey. Now I will go back to my slide. 2015. So it took almost 2 years for me to get my next award. But you can see here, this is a business unit award. That is like among the business unit, the competition, in that I got the award. So the next award, what I got is in 2017. You can see here, this is the 2017. And in this award, it is for the division. At the divisional level, I got the award. Yeah. So this was in 2017, and the topic here is on Industry 4.0, and we named that particular topic as "Do More." Yeah. Even this particular magazine is there in Setup's official magazine. So even my name with the background of wind turbine gearbox, this is what we are manufacturing during that time. So this was taken in Germany when they gave the award for me, and we code name it as "Do More." Yeah, so do more always, sir. Do more. Let's do more. Yeah. So the acronym for this is Digital Online Machine and Operation Research System. So that is the way we want to take this particular initiative forward. That is, it is not only for energy management, it has to be a comprehensive total KPI improvement. That is what we need to achieve. That was the aim. And I would say, fortunate enough in the early days of Industry 4.0 to taste the success and show a very significant improvement, not only in energy performance, in the overall saving of the complete, say, company. Yeah, so it was I think we scaled it and not measure it in Indian rupee. We started to measure it in euros. That is thousands of euros. That is what the measurement went on, and that measurement was validated by the finance people in Germany, and then they gave this award. Yeah, so the very important bottom line, what I am telling is 52% in the next year, maybe people will say like it may not be achievable, but I would say like we should take these kind of targets and we have to work, and especially researchers. I feel like I'm not an employee or an say professional working in an organization. I always like to be a researcher, and I explore. I speak with a lot of people, and I think that is the I would say like I am standing on the shoulders of many giants like you, the researchers and PhD scholars. Yeah. So this was one of the case study which gave me this award. I think only part of it, I would not say completely. Yeah. And at present, I'm working for another leading major, Siemens. Yeah, that is my present company, and I'm responsible for digitalization for cement, mining, and metal industry. Yeah, so that is my profession. Okay. So I'm just skipping. I have copied and pasted this particular PDF link in the chat. You can follow me in ResearchGate, and majority of my research works I normally put it there. Whichever is not confidential and other things. Yeah, so those things will be available there. So I'm skipping this because I am given only 1 hour of time, so I cannot spend too much on these case studies, but you can go through it. So my presentation, I think somewhere around 2013 or 14 with ISHRE, during that particular time, there was a topic called energy efficient retrofit. That is, whenever we are talking about energy efficiency, it should not be something like we replace a complete equipment with a new one, and because of that we save energy. If that is the case, then there are it's a huge impact. That is, the amount of money or the investment which has to come inside is huge. Then we went into an arena which is called as retrofitting equipment such a way energy efficiency is improved. One of the important aspect for that particular time in my company where I was responsible for energy is moving air. So it was almost, I think, yeah, 10,000 square meter of, yeah, I think I'm right, yeah, meter of area was precision air controlled. That is, it have to be between zero point 0.5 degrees variance. That is plus or minus 0.5 degrees I have to maintain. Otherwise, I will not be able to maintain the quality of my measurement system. Similarly, I have a production facility which is spread around almost 100 acres of area. Among that, I think 70% is built-up area. So that means that is the volume what I am talking about, and that has to be cooled plus or minus 1.5 degrees, where we are making CNC machine of wind turbine gearboxes. So I have to move lot of air because this is I have to keep the climate condition cool, right? Though the Coimbatore is the location of the factory, but there is a variance in the temperature also. So I have to keep the things cool. So I'm moving a lot of air. Then I was researching on this particular topic along with Ishre, and they used to organize an annual exhibition called Acrex. Yeah, and I don't know how many of you have visited an Acrex, but that is a beautiful place where you can see the latest technology in heating, refrigeration, and air conditioning. And normally I will go there, pick a few ideas, pilot it, and next year again I will go there, pick some ideas, pilot it. That is how my energy management journey was. Because for me, the considerable amount of energy is that, and the second one was in heating. That is heat treatment. Yeah, that was my another thing. I have another case study also on that, implementing a smart grid for heat treatment plant. So that also is there in the research kit. Anyone is interested, you can also go through it. Yeah. So this was the time when I thought like, okay, we have to replace the motors and we have to see whether there is an energy efficiency, because all these air handling units they call as in the HVAC that has to operate in a part load many times and almost a semi part load, or I would say 75% of the loading for quite amount of time, and very few time it will go to the 100% loading. So there is a part load problem here, and when we are having a part load, then our induction motors efficiency curve also deteriorates when I'm operating at say 60% or 70% or 80%. But at the same time, I cannot replace it because I will have a peak load during summer. During that time, I need a huge energy, so huge power from these particular motors. Then we went into this research along with the PhD College of Technology, Professor Dr. Ashok Kumar. He helped me in this particular research, and finally we were able to find out something called ECBLDC motor, which can serve this particular purpose. During that time, this motor at that particular capacity was available only with Germany. So as my company was also having some German connects, I was able to get the right people, and we were able to figure out what would be the saving if I'm using ECBLDC fan compared to an AC fan. Yeah, I'm not only talking about the electrical aspect here. There is a mechanical aspect also involved. We will see it later. So what we did is we converted an AC induction motor driven centrifugal fan into a ECBLDC fan, and we got a huge amount of saving. And when I have to make this particular say business proposal or an investment proposal, I have to do a lot of simulations, see it in say Simulink kind of a platform, and see what all the different savings I will get. And there were astonishing number. One of the researcher came like even harmonics will get reduced when I'm using a ECB or DC fan. So there were a lot of interesting ideas. Then we collaborated with the mechanical team. Then we thought like, okay, this is the centrifugal fan, and this is the your induction motor. So I have to replace this with an ECBLDC fan. How it will look like? What modification I have to do? This is the ECBLDC fan. What you are seeing here, the black color one. So before you can see like it is a centrifugal fan, big one with a motor, but now it is a smaller one, but in 5 in numbers. That is in a matrix configuration. It will be normally deployed. And with that, we created some CFD analysis, and we found out like, okay, this particular replacement will give not only electrical energy saving, it will also help me in reducing losses, especially when I am moving air. Okay, the friction losses, the eddies which get created because of that static loss, everything will get reduced. Then we implemented, we got some good result, we iterated, we went to some significant numbers for this. Yeah, and then my numbers and other things are got reduced. So I'm just skipping it. Just I want to tell you like that was the energy point of view. And once I got the energy point of view, then we went into this Industry 4.0 world. Yeah. So Industry 4.0, this is the one. I'm just skipping all these things, and you can go through this. These are all some literatures, interesting literatures talking about Industry 4.0, IIoT, and data analytics. Yeah, so I'm leaving it. So first and foremost of Industry 4.0 is collecting the data and then having that particular data analyzed or understood by people, and whatever they are understanding, they have to make it happen. So in those days, there were energy management system softwares available, but majority of the software, it is closed. That means you will not be able to edit it. Okay. So what we did is first and foremost, I want to break that particular say dependency on the software vendor. So I told like, okay, let's collect the data. Okay, and for that we used LabVIEW software, which I think you are also using in your academic world. And we collected the data, and with that particular data, we started exploring the data using Power BI software. This is the Power BI software. I encourage that many of you can also try this. Yeah, and it is a very simple one. For example, I am just putting a small data. Okay, so let's put some small data here, and let's see what we can do with this particular data. For example, I'm having say so this is today, yeah, and let me have my next one. And let me drag it here. Okay, and I will just put some random value here, say 800, 8,000, 9,000. Just dragging it. Just I'm populating it. Nothing much. Oh, I want it to. It is. So let's assume like I have a data something like this. Okay, and this particular data I want to bring it inside a visualization. Okay, so what I can do is directly copy this, yeah, and open this Power BI, which is for many people this will be free because this is from Microsoft, and normally they will give it free. Yeah, you have to just paste it like this. Yeah, and you can also name this header. Okay, in future. Yeah, but as of now, I'm just loading this. Okay. So I created some data and just loaded it inside. But you can take some real data also inside. So first and foremost is when we are exploring this particular data, we need a dynamic environment where we can play around the data, right? So that is the very important aspect. So now you can see like this is a field column where whatever we have copied and pasted now that is appearing here. Okay, so this field is something called date, right? So I can drag it here, and I can also drag this column here. First and foremost, what it is doing is it is exploring the date into year, quarter, month, day. Yeah. So this we haven't done it right, so it is doing automatically. So I can have this particular date here. Yeah, this is also possible. I can have it as a table. And what I can also do is I'm just copying this. Yeah, just see how easily I'm creating the visualization. That is the point I want to sell to you. Yeah. Again, I'm not marketing for Microsoft. Please don't take me that way. So now this is a table. Instead of a table, if I just click on any of this particular chart, let me put that is a column chart. And this particular chart, now it is aggregating to 2021. So I can enable drill in and I type it. Just double click on that. Yeah, you can see quarter, every quarter it is coming. Yeah. Now I type into say, okay, this quarter, then you will have everyday data. Yeah. You can understand this, sir. So it's a very easy implementation. What you can do, you can make it a line chart. Yeah, you can make it a area chart. Okay, you can make it, I don't know, there is one more chart available. Yeah, this particular chart, ribbon chart. Yeah, actually, ribbon chart works with the multi variants. That is, I should have one more variable also. For example, I can create one more column here. Say, yeah, new column, and this particular new column, I can put some small formula. Just I'm creating some additional values. Okay. Column, just to give a variance for it. So I have now another column. So I can rename this particular column also. Let me rename it. Yeah, for example, this is it's and column one. This let me rename is feeder one or equipment one, and I have another column equipment two. Okay, so now I have one more column also now with me, right? So let me show a small change here. For example, I drop column one also here. Yeah. Now can you see here? It is going like this. It's a very good visualization. You can have some high quality visualization, and when you see these visualizations, this will make a lot of sense. And you can also drill up, drill down, yeah, everything. Yeah, you can do it, and you can expand it completely. Yeah, and you can have a combination of line charts and bar chart. For example, equipment one, I want it as a column chart. Equipment two, I want a line chart. Yeah, it's possible. So not many things. What I want you to appreciate is this is a software. You don't need any programming knowledge, experience. Whatever data, whenever you are going for some energy audit or you have your institution's data, just take that particular data, explore it, something like this. And I think many of the journals will love to have these kind of beautiful visuals. And you can also expand these visuals. You can also go inside, for example, get more visuals. There is a very good visual for energy management called heat map. Yeah. For example, let me have this one. Yeah. This heat map visual. I have just imported it. Again, that is also free. You don't think like this has to be bought by us. It's not like that. Yeah. Again, I'm copying the same, and let me paste it here, and ask Power BI to make this a heat map. Yeah. It will convert that into a heat map, and it will give to us. Okay, can you see here? It is now giving a heat map. Now you can do a lot of brilliant analysis here. So you can see like when is the peak load in a week for this particular company or this particular dummy organization what we have created. When it is coming, can someone tell? So the more the color, that means more the energy it is taking. And you can see like on Thursday and Friday, this particular company is not having much energy. Can you understand? Just by seeing it, you can have this kind of beautiful analysis. And just imagine, I haven't done anything, and I might have spent some 10 minutes of time for making this particular graph. And over a point of time, you will have your kitty with a lot of good visualization, which you can use it for many different things. And you can also make something called a Shanky plot. Let's see whether I'm having that for you. I don't know whether I'm having it, but just I'm opening it. Shanky plot is widely used for our things. I think I don't have, but you can do those kind of plots also. So just I want to give you a thumbs up on this. Now I will also introduce you to another important thing, which is called R Studio. I think many of you are doing some data analytics, and many of you with PhD, I think you might have done some data analytics in your past experience, or your researchers are doing almost on this. So this R Studio Cloud, there is some interesting data set which I have. Probably I will also introduce you that particular data set. And this particular data set is not known for many people, but this data set was actually mentioned in one of the book which is written by an Indian author on decision science. Actually, unfortunately, this has become a, yeah, this is the book. Yeah, maybe I will copy this and put it in the chat. You can also take it and kindly please explain about software. Okay, which software you want, sir? This particular software, Power BI software. Ja, sir, you can unmute and speak, please. Wherever, sir, you have some doubt, you can unmute and you can speak. Yeah. So let's go to this particular. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You are asking something in the chat, sir. Can you come again?
Yes, please explain about the software what you are using now.
That software is called Power BI, sir. Power BI. This is a Microsoft product called Power BI, which you can download and install. Yeah, Power BI. Just putting in the chat, sir, the name Power BI. You can download and use it.
Okay,
It's a
thank you, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
And before going to that R, it is getting loaded. So before going there, I want to introduce you to another important piece of software, which is called a Technomatics. I'm not marketing for any company, though I'm working for that particular company. But I want to tell you the power behind it. For example, you are a consultant and you are trying to help a company, and that company is setting up a new plant. Okay, and they want to understand, like, okay, what would be the energy performance of my plant, whether I'm going to use this particular plant effectively or not. So those kind of questions, that is something like operational research, and so they want to understand. So this particular software, what you can do is you can create a digital twin of the complete plant like this. Yeah, and this is not a 3D image. Okay, so this is an active components. So for example, one of the active component, what I want to show you, this is a machine. So I'm just making it, I'm just drilling it down. Okay, this is a machine, and this machine has a spindle, yeah, moving and other things. Okay, so what you can do in this particular machine is you can configure, okay, how it will operate, what is the processing time, what is the setup time, everything, and as well as you can also make this energy active. That means you calculate energy. Okay, whenever it is working, how much kilowatt it will consume. Whenever it is setting up, how much kilowatt it is consuming. Whenever it is operational, how much it is. And there is a transition also we have to see, right? So the transit, I think for electrical engineers, it is very easy. So transition also something we have to see, like from operational to off, when it is moving, how much energy it is taking. So you can completely configure the signature of this particular equipment. Okay, this is called energy signature of that particular equipment, and you can also create your own functions if you feel like I'm not able to configure it with a click. I want to have some more detailed function. You can also do that way. And once you are done, see the magic. What it can do is, for example, this is the plant. Okay, in this particular plant, what I can ask that you run this particular simulation and tell me how much each and every machine is working. So there are two aspects of energy saving. One is doing an audit and seeing how your efficiency of the fixed equipments like your fan, compressors, and other things are there. I would say that is an fixed part of your energy consumption, where there is only limited opportunities of saving is there. Yeah, obviously, my compressed air and other things, you have to also monitor the leakage and other things, over a period of time. But I would say like there are a lot of low-hanging fruits when you come to the operation side of it. That is, when a plant is operating, in the industrial engineering terms, the value stream of the complete value chain of that particular plant, how it is. When you do a flow analysis of a line, you will be able to find out a lot of waste. Okay, muda they call in industrial engineering, and in that particular muda, if you extrapolate, for example, when a machine is waiting, okay, do you think it will consume energy or it will not consume energy, sir? Can someone answer? When a machine is waiting for a job to arrive, will it consume or not consume energy?
Consume energy.
It will consume energy. It will consume energy, and that particular energy is a non-productive energy. Am I right, sir? So it is not really adding value to the end customer, right? So that is a, I would say, the
But this
important
is
waste
not the
which we
value
have.
addition for.
Sorry, sir.
This is not value addition, but it is a part of a production requirement.
Yeah, yeah. It's a part of the production requirement to a certain extent. Am I right, sir?
Yes, yes,
But
yes, yes.
yeah, but
But
if it is,
we
yeah,
should consider we should consider the hidden energy. It may be significant when you calculate on annual basis.
perfect, sir. Perfect. So I think you came to the right place. See, many times this waiting, people will give an explanation when we are going for energy auditing. That so this is part of the process. It has to wait, otherwise I will not be able to do it. But really, whether they have optimized that waiting time, no one knows. Yeah. So as Jas sir have told, this has to be extrapolated, or over a period of time it has to be studied. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to study that. So what I'm going to do is I will run this particular simulation, yeah, that is for next 1 year. If the plant is running, what will happen to my complete plant? Okay, so let me zoom it out, and I am asking it, okay, run the simulation. So you can see now virtually the plant is getting simulated. Now what I can also do is, hey, I cannot wait for so much time. Okay, you fast forward the simulation. That means 1 year simulation, you do it in 1 minute. You can see now everything is changing fast. Okay, robots, the AGVs, the warehouse, the loading, everything is changing fast, 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 fast. Now what I can also do is I can pass it, and I can go to my dashboard, what I have created here, yeah, and now see what is the performance. Can you see here now? After running this simulation, maybe within this 2 minutes, it might have run almost at least 1 week of production. 1 week of production it is running, and it is giving you the input. And can you see here, sir, how much time it is waiting? The gray is the waiting area. Is this acceptable? Yes, sir, you are able
Acceptable.
to see the statistics, right?
Yeah. It is not acceptable.
Perfect, sir. Perfect. So, what I want to bring to this learned audience is like, see, you are not going to that particular plant for 1 week. You are not doing anything. What you are doing is you are creating a digital twin of their complete plant, and you can ask, okay, can you give me a rough planning sheet of your plant for plant 1, plant 2? Can you give me a rough planning sheet? And once they give, then with that particular planning sheet, you can create the digital twin. You can simulate various conditions, and say like, I think it is not optimized, or you can say like, it is very good optimized, no problem with this. And now there is one more challenge when you are monitoring the fixed part of this energy. For example, yeah, a compressor which is powering all these particular equipments. Many times they will say like, this is the base load. I have thoroughly checked, there is no leakage, and with that this is the base load. But with these kind of modeling softwares, what you can do is you can even estimate how much should be the compressor's capacity for this kind of a plant. and you can say like, sorry sir, the simulation is saying this, but you are saying like this is the big compressor which is powering your entire factory. Probably you have to double check. Something is basically wrong. There is a huge loss of air which is going, or whatever data you have given to me is wrong. So this is an iterative process, and just imagine, sir, what will happen if you are able to create this digital twin. For energy managers and energy auditors, if you are able to do this in future, they just imagine you are doing the audit and you have the digital twin of plant one, and suddenly they are saying like, I want to go for an expansion. Even for the expansion, you can become a consultant and you can help them how much you have to expand, how well you can expand, how the layout have to be. So you will become the complete architect of their plant. So you will give the high level requirement of the plant when you master these kind of softwares. With my limited travel to countries like Germany and few parts of Belgium and other places, many of the people, they are doing something called virtual energy auditing, something like this. And with this virtual digital twin, they are creating the baseline, and with that particular baseline, they are taking the things forward. So there are a lot of options. I have only shown you the tip of the iceberg. Probably there are a lot many things. My sincere thing is like IAMP has a YouTube channel. Sorry. I will give you the link of the channel, and I think close to some 10 energy analytics. There is another topic called energy analytics. So that there are a lot of sessions I have done for that. I think this is the one. Yeah, I will copy this playlist and put it in the chat. Um, whomever is interested, sir, you can go through and see it. By the way, I want to show you that Shanky plot, right? So can you see here? This is the Shanky plot, which in one such program I have made along with the participant. You can see like how the power is flowing from the incoming to the different parts of the plant. Okay, and you can identify waste. You can identify how the distribution is. Going through the single line diagram is one way of seeing how the energy flows, but many times for thermal energy, you will not have these kind of things. Okay, and I have also discussed about lot of open source data set. Okay, so you can see here there are a lot of videos here. Almost I think 17 videos are uploaded. You can ask your researchers to go through it whenever time permits, and we can discuss about this. Yeah. So now time is 11. So probably I will pass here and I will take some questions before we conclude officially. Any questions, sir? You can feel free. And let me go back to the Mentimeter. Just a minute. Yeah. Any questions, sir? Please.
Participants kindly unmute and ask direct questions.
Sir, good morning, sir. Sir, good morning, sir. Sir, can you hear me, my voice? Hello.
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Yes, sir. Sir, you discussed about that it is a open source data source, sir. Sorry, the data source. Actually, can you give, sir, any link, sir? Then I can follow your YouTube.
Yeah, sure, sir. But sir, just a minute. I don't know whether my screen is visible for you. Yeah, it's visible, right? So maybe I will take you through. So Kaggle is one of the competition website where you will find lot of data sets. So this is called Kaggle.com, and in this ASHRAE, you can see here ASHRAE Energy Challenge. Yeah, great energy predictor. So this is actually, if you see energy predictor, they have launched almost 3 different things. So one is I think 3 times they have conducted this particular challenge, ASHRAE challenge. So I'm just clicking on that, and you can see here data. You can download this data. It's a 2.43 gigabytes of data of. This is actually a real data from US. They are building data they have shared. This gets repeated every year. Every time they give some good thing, and I think, sir, many of you you will apply for grant or something like that. You can take part in this particular competition, and you can win prize money also. There is a leaderboard, and this particular leaderboard, for example, see Ishamu and Matt, they got the first prize because they are top in the leader. There are two people. For two people, almost 25,000 US dollars. So just imagine, sir. So this is possible, and there is a this particular data is open source. How you have to see that whether it is open source is there will be something called the license. So normally this data will be licensed with the I think MIT or Open CCA. There is one more license also is there. So in that particular license, if some data is there, you can start using it, no problem. Even code also someone will release in that particular license. Hope I answered you, sir.
Yes, sir.
You want this particular link? Yeah, I will put that
Yes,
link
sir.
in the chat. Your voice is not so audible, sir. Hope
Sir,
I
please
answered
share
you.
the link, sir.
Yeah, Sampath, sir. I have already shared in the chat.
Okay, thank you, sir.
You're welcome, sir. Welcome. And sorry, I forgot to show you this particular data. Sorry, I forgot it completely. Yeah, so you can see this is another data set. This link also I have shared in the chat. This is GitHub. GitHub. There is another website called GitHub. GitHub. Yeah. And you can also search for data sets here. And UCA repository, there are a lot of people are available, but you can see here there are a lot of public data sets available. And this particular thing is very good. So you will get the list of data set which is available. For example, you want in energy, you click on energy, you can see like all this particular data is available. So I will also give you this link. So
Sir, please send
just we have to ask our big brother Google, sir. Yes, sir. Any other questions, sir?
Sir, actually another one doubt, sir. That is, sir, you shown some that the Microsoft one office you already given one data, no, sir. Then how you develop that is the graph? I don't understand that one, sir. How
Uh, Sir, I'm not able to hear you properly. Can you be a little louder, sir? Dal, sir?
yes, sir. Actually, you already shown some that is the one Microsoft Office your data.
Yeah, Microsoft Power BI. Microsoft Power BI.
Microsoft Power BI, sir.
Yeah, Power BI.
Sir, this thing I have to install, or sir, how you have to do, sir?
You have to install it, sir. You have to install it. Yeah, if you're having Microsoft Office license, Microsoft Power BI is free. So you don't have to pay for it. Unless otherwise you need some cloud functionalities and Azure ML. There is a machine learning functionality also there. If you want that, only then you have to pay. Otherwise, it is free completely.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome, sir. You're welcome. I'm putting my WhatsApp number, sir, in case if you have some queries. Yeah.
Sir, please, sir, provide, sir, please.
You can text me, sir. I will respond to at least within a day. I will be able to respond to you. Yes, Arun, sir. Any other questions, sir?
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome, sir. You're welcome. Thanks for the opportunity, sir. Sanjay sir, thank you so much for the opportunity.
Sir, it was a great session, sir. Great. You have brought so many new features to our audit actually. We never thought of all these
Thank you, sir.
latest IoT based and other things. We are doing as usual conventional methods we are adopting, but this would help a lot. That virtual is again great actually. But we need some kind of a training for that virtual also. How to do all these things? Is it possible for mechanical or electrical engineers to get such a skill? That also
Sure,
that
sir.
will have some one training session for that also, dedicated for the
Yes.
virtual kind of the monitoring system. Please, sir.
Exactly, sir. Sure, sir. Sure. We can, sir. We can.
Because here what happens, where we are working, the area where we won't get any such kind of the facilities also. Even that Power B actually, that also first time we came across, it can be used in place of the Excel or other. That it is good one, that is. So such a softwares we need to understand and use it. That practices are very important.
Sure, sir. Sir, my suggestion is for energy analytics, we need to create
Okay.
a separate action group. Probably
Okay.
from this particular audience also, Sanjay sir, you can lead it, and I would be
Correct.
happy to support. We can create that energy analytics research group, and we can have our own, our website also, sir. We can create it free, and we can share these open data sets. We can share these ideas, and some tutorials also we can put it there, and we can create some lab exercises if you want to create a energy analytics center of excellence in your college. So there also we can create some small things. Once we come to certain level, Nasser, then afterwards there will be a lot of helping hands from big corporates we can expect.
Correct.
And it is not like everywhere we have to go with only these kind of software, sir, which is proprietary in nature, but there are a lot of open source software also available. In the
Great.
playlist of YouTube, that energy analytics playlist, where I have what I have posted, sir, I have discussed about many open source packages, especially in our statistical software. There are a lot of packages available which we can make use of.
So I will do one thing in the coming week actually, or the after or after 19th, I will plan one lectures as per your convenience, and for all the participants, those who participate to this workshop. In addition, those who are interested in energy analytics or research kind of the things,
Sure.
and that would be a one
Sure,
session
sir.
of 2 years that will do it, sir. First as introductory, and then we'll, as per the interest, will form that separate energy analytical groups and we'll start working with them. That would be a best great idea. This is
Exactly, sir. Even
takeaway of this.
that particular,
Please.
yes, sir. That particular YouTube playlist, if you that was made for, I think, Bannari Institute of Technology, which is in Coimbatore, near Coimbatore. It was
Okay.
launched as an, I think, a one credit course. So they launched as an one credit course for their student after attending that particular playlist to that webinar of IMP Coimbatore chapter. Then they made it as an one credit course itself, and we facilitated completely without any commitment, sir. We facilitated the complete one credit course from IAMP Coimbatore chapter 7.
Another, I'm happy to share that from this current academic year, we got autonomy to our institute. Definitely, we'll add this as a one credit for the electrical as well as mechanical, or it may be interdisciplinary, because we have option of open elective. So this would be the great option to them, which they can watch that all the videos, and will take you can become a facilitator or mentor kind of the things. That will do some MOE kind of the things also with college, UN college, as well as our associations, and we'll think in that direction also.
Sure, sir. We'll go with your guidance. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Yes, it was great session, sir. Just Chetan, sir.
Sir, yes, sir. Sir, 1 minute, sir, please. Sir, Sanjay, sir, actually you told that after 19th you have to conduct one program, sir. Please, you can conduct because it's a very nice session, sir. Already Dr. Somasundaram Sir already told.
Correct.
Sir, please, you can arrange, sir, one because you can make one group because a lot of information you can share, sir. Actually, it is very nice.
What we'll do, sir, all the recordings we'll put in the groups, and we'll make group as active this group. Whatever we want or what you expect from our end, because our is a very big association across India, pan India, and you will find the expertise in different domains. Whatever you want, we can provide. We can make that arrangement of the resource persons, and they are ready to share, contribute to the society. So accordingly, we'll form that. Initially, what we'll do, we'll start as a just introductory lecture of the Dr. Somasundar on this your energy analytics, and then we'll proceed slow by step. We'll move ahead, sir, and we'll have
Yes,
some
sir.
plan, and accordingly we can submit. As that Milenji told that we should submit some proposals at a different. That also we can do through this forum, sir. That will do.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Thanks. So I'm leaving the
Hello.
session, sir.
Just
Yes,
please.
sir.
Thank you,
Yes,
sir.
Wait.
Thank you,
Wait,
sir.
wait.
Really, the session.
One request, sir.
Yeah,
Sir,
please.
the equipment cost will be very high now, sir, in the market. If you
Which
get
equipment?
for the discount, the ammeters and electrical equipments is there, no, sir? Ammeters and
That
all that
also,
one.
even Bureau of Energy Efficiency is also planning to provide some financial assistance to all these such instruments. So that also will share time to time all these your details on the groups. Those
Okay,
who
sir.
want
Okay, sir.
for,
Thank you, sir.
that, okay, please.
Thank you very much, sir.
Really, the session was very excellent, and you have explored the things related to the energy management system through the automation very nicely, and it will be very helpful in the future to us. And thank you once again. Thank you very much, sir, for sharing the valuable knowledge. Thank you so much.
Welcome, sir.
Thank you. Thanks a lot for sparing time and valuable guidance suggestions to all participants. Thank you, sir. Thanks. Great. It was a great session.
You're
Thank you.
welcome. You're welcome.
Yeah. Thank you. Yes. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.